The biggest obstacle to the development of the Middle East is conflict. The absence of peace makes the resolution of everyday problems impossible. And everyday problems such as water shortage, for example, become in turn another source of conflict. The Middle East peace process was high on the agenda of the extraordinary Euro-Mediterranean Parliamentary Assembly, which took place at the Dead Sea in Jordan. Parliamentarians exchanged views on the Political Committee's report on the Middle East peace process and specifically broached two topics: the freedom of expression and respect for religious beliefs, and the Barcelona process, or Union for the Mediterranean. Expansion of settlements and restriction of movement of Palestinians are the two outstanding issues which have to be solved in the Middle East peace process, said Hans-Gert Pöttering, President of the European Parliament, who also serves as President in Office of the European Mediterranean Parliamentary Assembly, or EMPA. Security does not only have a military dimension. Security will in fact only be possible if the people of Israel and Palestine mutually respect each other. Security begins with reconciliation. European Parliament Vice President Rodi Kratsa and coordinator of Euromed and EMPA cooperation stressed the importance of the meeting. This meeting takes place in a region which suffers from the consequences of the conflict, but also it takes place 1 year after the Annapolis Conference, which gave hope to the peace process. Unfortunately, after 1 year, very little progress has been made. Negotiations are deadlocked and the political and social conditions don't give us much hope. I don't want to say that negotiations are dead. I'm still optimistic. My message is, we can't just sit back because we give money to the Palestinians. We urgently call for a political dialogue. We have to examine the reasons for the crisis to evaluate our efforts and demand respect for international law.
At the lowest point in the world, but in the middle of the Middle East, to discuss not only the situation between Israel and Palestine, but also how we take forward the Union for the Mediterranean and especially the Parliamentary Assembly. And I believe that not only should the Parliamentary Assembly become a full and official part of the Union for the Mediterranean with a proper institutional framework, but also that we should reinforce the European dimension of this process by maintaining the Secretariat of the Union for the Mediterranean in Barcelona. That is a natural home for it, and that's where it should be.
Chairwoman of EMPA's Political Committee, Tokia Saifi, is pleased with progress made so far for closer Euro-Mediterranean cooperation. We're here on the edges of the Dead Sea to conduct a special session, both on the Mediterranean Union and on the Middle East. Two very topical subjects, because there will be a meeting of Euromed ministers on the 3rd and 4th of November in France that will decide the statute and entire structural organisation of the Mediterranean Union. Heads of state have recognised EMPA as a parliamentary institution of the Mediterranean Union and at the same time realised the necessity for a new impetus for the Barcelona process, a real Mediterranean Union. EMPA is very important at present because Europe faces many problems with some Middle Eastern countries. Problems such as terrorism, illegal immigration and unequal living standards, according to Greek member Yanis Varvatsiotis.
We have to approach all these problems in detail. This is the purpose of the EMPA meeting. I think that the proposal of French President Sarkozy for a Mediterranean Union is very important. Also, my proposal on the creation of a European Commonwealth is of particular interest, which could include all neighbouring countries. All these issues are now on the table.
I think this assembly is very necessary because we are going to make several resolutions and recommendations that they are necessary for Europe and all the countries of the Mediterranean about the financial, environmental, about all the cooperation that we have between us, and so on and so forth. But especially, I think that we can to bring an effort to give a part of peace in this area that is necessary in this part of the world.
The Euromed Parliamentary Assembly ended a 2-day session by urging continuation of peace talks between Israel and Palestine, and to work through differences over issues such as the expansion of Israeli settlements and the restrictions of movement of Palestinians. For more information on this issue, log on to our website, EPP-ED.EU. See you again soon.